After the crucifixion, the disciples were very discouraged, and they went back to the one thing that they knew how to do, and that is fish. I am here early one morning on the Sea of Galilee. The sun, as you can see, is about ready to come up. But one of my favorite stories takes place in the book of John. And it's when, after fishing all night and not catching anything, the disciples were out on this lake, and someone called from the shoreline, "Have you caught anything?" I don't even think I want to know what the disciples said to one another in the boat after fishing all night and not catching anything. Well, they said, "No, we haven't." And Jesus said, "Throw your net on the other side." And we know the story. They caught so many fish that they could hardly bring the net into the boat. Simon Peter exclaimed, "That's Jesus." And he jumped out of the boat somewhere on these waters and swam ashore to meet Jesus. As you remember, just a few days earlier, Peter had denied that he even knew who Jesus was. And here he was, seeing him face to face for the first time since that event. As I listened to the waves hitting the shoreline and the birds, I am quite sure that's the only sound that Peter or Jesus heard the first time they laid eyes on one another after Peter had denied him. But Jesus was on the shore. He had a fire going. He had some fish on the fire. And it was there that the encounter took place, where Jesus gave Simon Peter a chance to make up for what he had done, asking him 3 times, "Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me?" Of course, Simon Peter finished by saying, "Lord, you know everything. You know everything. You know that I love you." And it was from here, it was from these shores, that Simon Peter then left, became one of the greatest preachers the church has ever known, preached the sermon at Pentecost, went on to found the church, and to suffer a martyr's death because of his faith. And it all occurred because Jesus walked these shores, saw them fishing out there, and gave Simon Peter a chance to express his faith in him. This is where that event took place.